Disclaimer. We are interested in everything and experts in nothing. We enjoy learning, but get it wrong sometimes. We mean no disrespect, and if we mess up, kindly correct us. Let's take this ride together, unless your intention is to cause harm or distress, in which case, with utmost haste, fuck right off.
So, episode 21.
21.
My turn.
Oh, our podcast can legally drink.
Ah, yay. Okay, so we're still on Zoom because
that's weather.
Yes, same as last episode. So I did actually have COVID.
Yes.
Since we recorded last.
Yes.
And COVID brain is so real because my brain it just noped out a lot.
Noped out.
It noped out a lot. So it took me 7 topics to actually find one that I could maintain enough attention span to do an episode's worth of notes.
Okay. So now that you've had both, what's worse, pregnancy brain or COVID brain?
I think pregnancy brain is worse, but COVID brain has the disadvantage, I guess, of being sneaky. Like, I don't know. Pregnancy brain, everybody kind of acknowledges it's real and, you know, is really prepared for it, but like people get it.
Right.
But COVID brain, I don't know. Like, I felt better. Like, I didn't feel sick anymore. But it was still like another week and a half before I felt like my brain was working right. So anyway. So yeah. So what I found that actually my brain let me take enough notes on.
Okay.
is the Tunguska Event.
Bless you.
So we are going to start with a quote from NASA.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is a spacey event, kind of.
Ooh.
So the year is 1908. It's just after 7 a.m.
Okay.
A man is sitting on the front porch of a trading post at Vanavara in Siberia.
Oh, is this the one where the trees, like, just... Okay, all right.
It
all
is!
Right, all right.
Yes!
Yay, okay.
Little does he know that in a few moments, he will be hurled from his chair and the heat will be so intense, he will feel as though his shirt is on fire.
Oh, damn.
That's how the Tunguska event felt 40 miles from ground zero.
Holy fuck.
40 miles?
40 miles, holy fuck.
Yeah. So, the explosion occurred on June 30th, 1908. And was estimated at 15 megatons, which is about 1,000 times more powerful than the Hiroshima blast.
Holy shit.
Right? Like, good God.
Good God, indeed.
Shockwaves circled the globe and were detected on seismic measuring devices as far away as London.
Damn.
Although I read other sources that said it was detected around the world. And that basically it went around twice. But I only saw one source that said that, and it didn't feel as reliable as the others.
Okay, fair.
So I took it out.
Take that
but I'm
with
mentioning
what as you will.
Yeah, I'm mentioning it. But
okay.
Yeah. 60 kilometers away, people were knocked down and windows broke.
Damn.
170 kilometers away, people reported seeing something sun-like in the sky. And
oh, shit.
Deafening bangs were heard 500 kilometers away.
Damn!
I know. Parts of London reported a midnight sun with enough light to play tennis or read in the middle of the night.
Holy shit!
Right? And this is like out of fucking nowhere, right?
So if in like London they could play tennis, what the fuck were they doing in Moscow? Like getting a tan or like having to like put on glasses like my eyes.
I don't know. But officially, there were no fatalities due to the remote area.
Okay, good.
However,
That dude,
this
like 40 kilometers away, is he okay?
I guess he was okay, but this may or may not be accurate because there was an extended period of time between the event and the investigation.
Okay.
So the first scientific expedition to investigate the site was led by Leonid Kulik
Okay.
in 1921.
Why did it take so long?
Yeah. So part of the issue is where this happened. So he went in 1921, but due to the harsh conditions of Siberia, he was not able to even reach the site. So he tried again in 1927. And then they actually did successfully get to the site. But so it happened in 1908, and nobody successfully got there to investigate until 1927.
I mean, there was a dude that lived 40 kilometers away.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's Russia. It's harsh. I don't know. Siberian tundra.
All right. Okay. All right. Did they at least get to dude's hut? Because, like, if they couldn't even get to dude's house, I think they suck. Because they're like, we only made it 120 kilometers in. And dude's like, I live 40 kilometers away. You guys didn't even try that hard.
From what I remember doing my reading, the Vanavara trading post, which is where dude was pretty easily accessible. They got that far consistently and reliably. It was getting into the tundra that was harder.
Okay.
So there are locals who live in that area, like a native tribe called
they were probably like, what the flying fuck was that?
Kind of, yeah. They are the Evenki tribe.
Okay.
And they believed that the blast was a curse from the god Ogdi, who is their god of thunder.
I don't blame them.
So they didn't want to go anywhere near the actual site, first of all.
I wouldn't either.
They also were very hesitant to talk about it with Kulik and his team when they came to investigate. But what they
God
did
cursed us, bro.
Yeah. What they did share absolutely contradicts the official record that no one died.
Oh. Well, I mean, they lived closer, so yeah.
Yeah. So the closest witnesses were an estimated 20 miles away. Yeah, I'm in miles now, not kilometers. Sorry.
Okay, I got you. You're fine.
I didn't take the time to convert miles and kilometers.
How dare you?
So it really just depended on what site I was on.
It's fine. Used. Yes.
Yeah. But they were 20 miles away, and yet at least one person was thrown into a tree so hard it killed him.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, because good God.
20 miles away.
Oh my God.
What's 20 miles from us? Can you imagine something happening 20 miles away that kills you here?
That would be bad.
Yeah, shocking.
I mean, I would think the gods would be pretty fucking pissed off. And, you know, if Thor and Mjolnir like crashed into Westwood Town Hall, which is not 20 miles away, maybe you would be like, you know what, you're cursed as fuck. So maybe leave out some lightning god cookies and apologize in many languages. I don't fucking know.
So
I'm gonna guess it's beer. It's always beer.
Beer, the offering of choice. So one woman shared an account that says, it was like the sky opened up and split in half. I put my hands in front of my eyes and could see the bones in my hands.
Dear God.
That's
so
it
was
bright.
An X-ray machine that just decided, oh my God.
It's so bright, right?
On the bright side, I've discovered I've got a stage 4 melanoma, so it kind of saved my life. I'm going to the doctor next week.
So according to an article on medium.com written in 2016, other reports talk of an immense firestorm unleashing a tsunami of death and destruction that swept across the remote land, vaporizing people and their reindeer.
Oh, shit. Poor reindeer and
Afterward,
people.
I know. Afterward, a veil of fog and thick smoke from 1 million burning trees descended. The smog has cleared, of course, in the intervening century, but the causes of the event remain surprisingly hazy even today.
You know, I feel it wouldn't be that surprisingly hazy if a bunch of people in Reindeer got vaporized. I feel it would be appropriately hazy.
Yes, that part's appropriately hazy, but the causes
Yes.
of the event being hazy.
Unexplained hazy, but appropriate haze as vaporized bits of reindeer, human, and tree.
Okay, I accept that.
I accept that as well.
So back to NASA. Per NASA, 800 square miles of remote forest had been ripped asunder.
Wait a minute. Did NASA exist in 1927?
I didn't look that up. I'm not sure when NASA came to be.
And I thought we weren't friends with Russia for a long time.
Yeah, that's a good point. But the article was on NASA, so.
All right, well, let's keep going.
80 million trees were on their sides, laying in a radial pattern.
Did it spell anything? Does it say hi, Mom?
No.
Damn it.
But what was missing was a crater. There's no crater.
Right. So like nothing crashed.
Right. Also, there was some confusion about the pattern of the trees because the trees in the center of the impact area were still standing, but had been stripped of their branches.
Okay.
Yeah. So 800 square miles, 80 million trees, all laying on their sides, like
except
outward.
For the ones in the middle.
Exactly. However,
do you ever think God just gets drunk and just says, "Hey, watch this"?
I don't think so, but maybe their God did.
Yeah.
Anyway, after Hiroshima, though, a similar pattern of devastation was observed, which helped explain the mystery a little bit. So I guess at Hiroshima, they saw buildings in the center of like the blast area were still standing when the stuff around them had been knocked outward and whatever.
Oh.
So that helped them kind of figure it out a little bit. So
was there somebody like testing splitting atoms?
So there are lots of theories and speculations, obviously with varying degrees of credibility and supporting evidence.
Okay.
And some of these are historical only. Like this is what they said at one time. That doesn't mean.
Okay, so back in 1927.
Right. So some of those include Alexander Kazantsev.
Okay.
Kazantsev.
Kazantsev? Sure, why not?
Something like that. He was a former Soviet colonel.
Okay.
And he wrote books speculating that the blast was the result of a nuclear-powered spaceship experiment, which went wrong and exploded.
But no blast debris, just exploded trees and reindeer.
Correct.
It was Santa. It was reindeer and oh no.
And magic.
Poor Santa. It was magic and reindeer and oh no.
There was a Reindeer Uprising and Santa quelled it.
Oh no.
Okay, so that was one. Another one was that Nikola Tesla had been working on a death ray, aka peace ray.
Dude, he did
do that. So
yeah.
So again, per medium.com, according to Tesla, his ray gun would send particles through the free air of such tremendous energy that they will bring down a fleet of 10,000 enemy airplanes at a distance of 200 miles from a defending nation's border and will cause armies to drop dead in their tracks.
And he probably was like, oh shit, quick, turn this shit off. Hopefully nobody saw that.
Yeah, so it was an honest to God real project, and it's debatable how viable it was, but Nikola Tesla was being 100% serious. Like, I'm doing this thing and I think it'll work. After Tesla died, the FBI confiscated all of his notes and locked them away, which has kind of helped this theory survive because people are like, dude, if there was nothing to see, why are you hiding it?
Yeah.